Welcome back, everybody. It is Vlad coming at you here on the 22nd of April 2022 over here on my Twitter. I am not your financial advisor, just bringing you my opinions, perceptions, just, what I see here in the markets and stuff like that. So you need to be doing your own research as always, right? So hopping right into it, we're going to be talking about Saitama today. A lot of exciting news coming out with Saitama over the last little bit. Coming over here to Saitama Guru, when you scroll down, about 18 hours ago he had put out a post, when you're ready or getting ready for a AMA, and then all of a sudden you get called in for a FaceTime with Dwight Howard. Yeah, of course you're gonna drop what you're doing and have some FaceTime with Dwight. So pretty awesome things in the works. Obviously there's been a lot of big NBA players, former NBA players, that have been tied to Saitama, so you know that that is going to be big down the road. I mean, we've already seen that partnership with Blazefire Games. They were going to have some exclusive NFTs. What was it? OGs of the Hardwood, I believe is what it was. If you go back, I've got a video on it, I don't know, several months ago probably. But yeah, a lot of big news with the NBA, with a lot of these players that are big names, known all around the world. So there's also the commission. They are going to be listing what I want to talk about. Let's go over here actually. We've got lots of great stuff today to cover essentially. So the commission's gonna be listing tomorrow on Saitama. Actually it's today, sorry, not tomorrow. This was I'm just reading it, but this was put out last night, yesterday. Basically today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So here just about half an hour ago it went live, and you will now be able to get the commission on Saitama. So if you haven't checked out the commission, you can check out their website and everything. Basically they are kind of like the marketing wallet of Saitama now, from what I've gathered. So they are going to be helping spread the news of Saitama, what the project is doing, any events that are coming up, so on and so forth, bringing new investors to the project, alerting people that have never seen it before. So exciting to have them on board. If you haven't already, make sure you're coming over, follow Saitama Official. If you want to check out the commission over here on Twitter, this is their Twitter page. Like I said, they've a lot of different events that they put out, different communities, Kishimoto, Impact XP, Mandoc, Shuna, lots of different projects are all tied to this, obviously. And so if you are a holder in any of those projects, make sure that you get involved with the commission as well. Looking over here at Elon Mansour, about 2 hours ago he had retweeted this, and basically talking about the Dubai Epay, and it's going to be coming to Saitama Pro, and that's going to be some really exciting news, being able to basically use your credit cards and all that, I believe, to buy, and also to use your crypto to pay for things, essentially, to where you don't have to sit there and sell off crypto per se. You're going to be able to just directly pay with your cryptocurrencies. So don't take me at my word on that until more of that news comes out. I'll do a video on that eventually, but from what I've seen, Epay is going to be pretty awesome, so stay tuned for that. Crypto Hasbullah, it looks like it's the holy month of Ramadan, so he's over there celebrating that. But yeah, guys, we've got lots of big news tied to Saitama right now. The markets are down. Faltron, he put out a tweet here just a little while ago, basically saying, the two bags that I have that are going to give me generational wealth are the two bags that are down the most right now, and that's Saitama and Impact XP. And he says, I know that the devs have great things in the works, and that's why he's holding. And I feel the exact same way. I mean, with everything that's going on in the markets, with everything that's going on in the world, it's just, it's unpredictable to say what's going to happen at any given moment with any of these projects. But I can look at the the whole project overall, what their goal is, what they're doing. As far as like, you can have a goal and then not actually do anything, but they're working towards these goals. Some of them that we haven't even been, enlightened of, and they just keep on releasing all these great, ideas and great things like, central exchange listings are happening right now. They're listing new projects on Saitama that are exclusive to Saitama, like Lucky Roo. They've already got Saita Realty going. There's so much right now, and it's so early. I mean, June, at the end of June is when Saitama officially is a year old. So right now, they're not even a year old, and people are sitting here looking at this project, and they're saying, oh, they've done this wrong, and they've done this wrong, and blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's your opinion. Have there been mistakes made along the way? Sure, but who hasn't? I said it before, Walt Disney, if you look at that guy's track record, he's obviously, everybody knows the name Disney right now, in this day and age. But back whenever he was first starting out as a business, entrepreneur, he went bankrupt 4 times. 4 times before he became successful. Now Walt Disney is known as probably the largest corporation in the world. When it comes down to it, and as far as everybody knowing who they are, like everybody knows who Disney is, basically. If you know anything about modern anything, any pop culture, you know who Disney is, right? Some might not know who Walt Disney the man was, because he lived and died so long ago. But when it comes down to it, the legacy that he built, it wasn't built overnight, and it took a lot of failure to reach that level of success that has never been seen the likes of. And I think Saitama, Impact XP, a lot of the projects that are tied to them are doing great things, and they have a great vision. They know what they want to do. They're fighting hard to get there. It's just a matter of time. People expect to, throw $1,000 into a project and boom, hey, I'm a millionaire overnight. It's just not how it works. I mean, it'd be great if that's how it did work, but we're talking real world here, and that's not how these markets work. Now, can you occasionally find a new project as it lists, and it'll pump up real high real quick, and you could sell off and make some quick cash? Sure, absolutely. But you're just pumping and dumping a project. That's all it is. When it comes to projects that actually have utility, and they hold on to long-term holders because they have a use, they have a future, and they're not just going to pump and then eventually dump down to nothing. That's where Saitama and Impact XP are. If you look at the .com era, there was a lot of projects came out that just didn't survive because eventually people realized, hey, where am I investing my money? Like, what are they doing with my money? And so the companies that did survive that era, Amazon, eBay, those companies are pretty well known, and they're some of the largest companies in the world today, and it's all because of that era. Now we're in a new era of cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, and everybody else would probably agree. Cryptocurrency is the new .com era, you could say. And right now, the companies that are building utility and adding a decentralized, just cut from everything, because that's the key to it all. If you look at the SEC in the United States, where they're coming towards crypto, there was like one gal on board there that basically she's all for crypto, and she gave everybody a warning and just saying, if you want to avoid the SEC coming at you eventually, you need to try and make yourself as decentralized as possible. And we've seen a lot of that action go into play here with Saitama and Impact XP and everything else. They are working very hard to make our investments not just a pump and dump, but a long-term, investment. This is going to make people extremely wealthy. If you can just see the value of the project and you can have patience, realize it's not an overnight success. It is something that's going to take some time, but when it comes, it's going to come quickly. These jumps, it'll jump pretty quickly, I believe. I mean, going into Las Vegas, the market cap went from like 242 million up to like boom, almost 16.5 billion over the course of a week, or not a week, but over the course of a month, and then going into the week of, it jumped several $billion just right into the 13th of November of last year. So it's going to be exciting to see it happen again, and it will happen again. It's just a matter of time. The devs are working really hard. Elon Mansour, he is putting together a lot of great deals. Gabriel, a lot of the devs just working very hard at what they do best. Each one has their own strength, their own area that they work at. Gabriel's in charge of the game, kind of handling all of that. Elon, Mansour, Aaron, he's taking care of all the marketing and stuff. It's every piece has a function, and together they make up this machine. And is it a well-oiled machine working pretty good right now? In my opinion, absolutely. Can they control the markets and what's going on? Can they control people taking and dumping on their project? No. What they can do, I think they're doing well. They're very transparent. They come out and talk in AMAs all the time. They answer questions. They're doing more than I've seen just about any other CEO, CMO team, you could say, of crypto than there is out there. And a lot of other companies are taking note, and you're seeing a lot of other CEOs of companies coming out and having AMAs like Russell. It's nice to see that they are setting the bar. They're setting it very high, and other people are paying attention, and they're rising up to that standard, because cryptocurrency is a dangerous place. I think we can all agree on that. To see so many rugs happen, so many pump and dumps, just a lot of backstabbing, back and forth, shots fired for whatever reason, it's usually just for gain. But that's what, keeps a lot of the big investors out, is they see a lot of the fighting that goes on, and they're just like, why do I need to be a part of that? Unfortunately, they are missing out on big gains. Cryptocurrency is a place that I believe in 5-10 years, crypto is going to be by far the more traded out of anything, be it stocks or gold, whatever. Cryptocurrency is going to be on the rise over the next several years, especially as more governments adopt it as their official currencies and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's going to be huge. So only a matter of time. But for right now, I would just encourage everybody, stay positive, try and just, whenever you see something, instead of going off on somebody, just avoid it, and, what, I'm just going to let that one go today. We can all get along. We can show people outside of the crypto space that, hey, this is a place where people should want to come and enjoy being able to invest in these projects and not have to watch one project fight against another project. Oh, we're better than you, and you suck, and blah, blah, blah. And, it's just unprofessional. Bunch of high school garbage going on, basically, and I think we're all adults here, so I don't know. If you noticed, I really don't spend much time in like the Twitter spaces anymore, and that's just because they were really cool, I thought, at first, but it really just immediately became this popularity contest, and I can't take it. I graduated from high school like 20 years ago. I don't do that crap, and it's nice for people to be able to get up there and talk and ask questions when they need help, but by and large, I feel a majority of it is you get the same people either running the show or up there on the panel, and it's just everybody wants to talk, and nobody else really wants to, be able to speak. Whenever things get out of hand, you can quickly tell, oh, it's, people get booted, the room gets rugged, whatever the case may be. It's just, like I said, it's very unprofessional. And so I wish that, everybody holding the spaces, definitely keep in mind that people might pop in and look at your space and be like, why would I want to be a part of that community? So that could be, either a good thing or a bad thing. Why would they want to be a part of that community? Is it because we're great and we lift each other up and we help each other out? Or is it they don't because we fight all the time and call each other names, drag each other down? I mean, obviously there are people out here doing this just for fun. That's the sole purpose is for FUD. But, you know, outside of that, there's a lot of folks that are in this game who have a large following that can be rather abrasive at times. And I just want to, you know, I hope that people will realize whenever you're in a position where a lot of people look at you, you need to be mindful of what you represent and the things that you say, how that can come back on any of the projects that you're tied to, right? That's why, I mean, I was a submariner in the Navy. I cuss like a sailor if I'm not careful, and I try and be very careful whenever I do my videos. I don't want to sit here and come across as this, you know, sailor that just F this and F that nonstop. That's just not really professional. It's not what people want to hear when they're watching a YouTube video. So keep that in mind as you're in a space, you're hosting a space, you come up on a panel to speak. Be professional. If it's a Saitama room and people are in there looking, you want to make sure that we're setting a positive image always, right? So I encourage you all to have a great rest of your week here, and I hope that the weekend is great for you all. The weather's kind of getting nice here in Missouri again. If we can just kind of get some sun and not so much rain. But yeah, get out and enjoy the weather. If you're here in the United States, if you're elsewhere, I don't know what the weather's like for you, but I hope it's getting nice, and I hope that you're able to get out and enjoy things. Don't take anything for granted. You're never guaranteed a day. So until next time, Wolfpack, I will catch you on the flip side. Get that howling. Oh!